We have been working with Sarah's exhibitions for 15 years already in Stockholm and in Berlin. But this is something else, yeah. This is incredible with the red color and of course the history of the house is interesting, yeah.
Sarah Crowner did the whole body of work in relationship to this architecture, and that was the point of departure of this new body of work. This yellow painting, for example, is called Mexico, recalling Joseph Albers' visits to Mexico and the photographs she would take with Annie Albers and the paintings they would make. And this show is a site-specific body of work done in this house that is painted red, a modernist house, and it complements with a group exhibition organized by Sarah Crowner in the gallery in Roma, in the space designed by Frida Escobedo, including works of geometric painters and geometric artists from Colombia, such as Fanny Sanin or Elena Isque from Peru, or Frida Escobedo as an artist, or Ligia Clark from Brazil. Mexico and Brazil are the two countries that Sarah has visited the most the last decades.
Tony and I had always talked about the idea of making an exhibition of my paintings in a modernist house in Mexico City, as there is such a rich tradition architecturally in this city. And we walked into this space and the floor was covered with red carpet. The walls were already covered with this bright red paint. And immediately it felt like walking into a painting or stepping into a painting. And we were kind of breathless at that point. It might not be evident from first glance. One really needs to kind of step up close and see the work physically to kind of understand how they're made. But each individual section of the painting is an individually painted piece of canvas. The shapes that I would like to see in the painting are then cut out and then sewn together with an industrial sewing machine. Then the painting is stretched on a wooden stretcher bar, and that's when I can kind of start to see the painting and if it's successful and if it works and if I want to change anything or do anything to it. I think it's really interesting the way I thought about the exhibition here in the Red House. It felt like the architecture is an expanded sense of what painting can be. So there is a kind of a stepping into another environment and experiencing a kind of almost a different universe, all made with paint and color and shapes and space. In the exhibition in the gallery in Roma, we're kind of doing something similar. We're changing the architecture of the space by creating a kind of a curved shaped floor. We've also put these brightly saturated colored yellow curtains, interrupting the pristine white cube that it was before. What we kind of did is stage these objects, so they're almost like protagonists in some kind of a imaginary play or imaginary scenario. The Ligia Clark is on stage next to a John Zurier painting, which has a different kind of presence. And when you kind of start to look at artworks as a kind of a stage environment, it might do something different to the way that you perceive the art itself.